Hey, welcome to Easy Money MMA. This is Phil. Let me give you a quick overview of why I'm here. I've been taking sports betting seriously for the last 7 months. I've been watching the sports for 4 years, and I've always been a very high-level gamer, semi-pro, through my whole life. So I'm quite familiar with this kind of plus EV value game of sports betting. Came very natural for me. In this 7 months, I average at least 15 units per month. And this last 2-3 months since I upped my unit value, I've been making more than 15K US dollars a month. And that's also without having like a super big bankroll. Some of my friends who's been following me who are richer have been making even more than I am. So yeah, I've been really enjoying making my friends money, and I want to share this with the whole world. Get everybody on board with the juicy gains. Super hyped event 310 about to come up, the last 2 events of this year. I'll be giving you guys 4 very confident bets. I've been really liking the position that I'm finding. So yeah, let's get started. So the first bet will be Bryan Battle. I got on board with him when it was at minus 190 odds when it first released. I think there's a lot of value in that. Let me explain why. I'm really liking his momentum. Since he lost against Renat, he's been looking really good. He's been feeling more confident, filling up his body physically, becoming very powerful. And also, he seems to just be on a really sick momentum. Every fight, there seems to be a big gap. He looks noticeably better from the fight before. He kind of got dominated in the Renat fight, and you can tell like his whole body, his demeanor looks completely different compared to now. Now he's like a super wild dude. You can tell after the AJ Fletcher fight, where he was still, in that fight, he was still kind of playing that tit for tat game, trying to play and use his distance and outpoint the opponent, which was also the reason why he got caught, because he was a bit more complacent, got hit by like a big elbow and got dropped for like a little bit. But even though he got dropped, he didn't look wobbled or days. He kind of just fell. So he also shows a really good chin in the past few fights. His next fight, you can tell like something has shifted. He just seems like a different guy. Against Andrelusa, he was pushing the pace right away, making him uncomfortable, getting in his face. And really just, it was a really nice performance. Not like super dominating, but it was very obviously out-leveling Andrelusa in the whole fight, which is why Pantoja took the easy way out in the second round. Really had a Oscar-winning performance, pretending that he was hurt. That was pretty funny. Battle talked some shit, and Lusa wanted to throw down again right after he just gave up, essentially. In the fight after that against Kevin Jousset, I was quite high on Bryan Battle in this matchup. I also played some action on him as well. Very happy about that play. Yeah, even though Kevin Jousset's a very clean striker in the distance, coming from City Kickboxing, I just thought Battle was gonna make him very uncomfortable, and that's exactly what happened. Battle broke him in the end. Yeah, that fight really made me understand what Bryan Battle was made of. Like his mindset, his chin, his willingness to engage, his pressure, his aggression. I feel like these qualities gonna really give Randy Brown trouble. And Randy Brown, on the other hand, like looks really good when he can use his insanely long range in the outside, using his like crisp technical striking. If he can do that in the outside, he's definitely one of the best at doing that for sure. But I just feel like when shit gets ugly, when shit gets like more chaotic, I've seen him really crumble a little bit. Like against Elizu, I had a little bit of money on Randy in that fight, and that shit got me nervous, man. It looked like it was about to get finished for a second. And Muslim Salikov, that was a really sick KO. What made me want to fade him was against Willington Turman. That was one of the big reasons too. Like against someone who's pretty mid, he actually didn't look that good. I feel like that fight can arguably go towards Turman. I feel like that was not a good performance at all. And that was just what, a year ago? Yeah, Jack also cracked him by just putting on the pressure, making him uncomfortable in the close range. Yeah, I feel like Battle's gonna push the pace. He's not gonna stay in the outside where Randy Brown's most comfortable. He's gonna make it really dirty, and he can really take a shot too. So yeah, I'm placing 3 units on Bryan Battle at minus 190. I feel like even at the odds now, minus 220, 230 is still pretty good value. You could also parlay him with Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper's a mega lock of the week. I would parlay him up to 5 units of bets. Yeah, he's a really nice parlay juicer at this point. Bryce Mitchell, you could also parlay with Bryce Mitchell up to 3 to 4 units. Okay, up to the next one. The next bet of the week will be Themba Gorimbo. Yeah, so this is a short notice fight for Themba. He actually, Luque was gonna fight Nate Diaz before that, and fight got canceled, so he's a replacement for that. Yeah, Themba looked pretty good, man. Like, he really shows how strong physically he was, just throwing Nico Price around. Really make Nico Price look old, man. Just like some young stud, just bullying an old man. I had like 5 units on Themba in that fight. He was like one of the biggest locks I had all year was that fight, and it played out exactly the way I expected. I think if they fought like 100 times, he's probably winning like 98 times or something. Against Ramirez, that was a really boring fight. I had money on Themba as well in that fight, cashing out pretty big, 3 units if I remember correctly. Yeah, and that fight also showed how strong he was. Like, Ramirez is not some old dude, but he was able to just press him against the cage and just out physical him for like 15 minutes. He didn't really show much like technique really. It was just all like strength. I feel like Luque just doesn't seem like the same guy anymore. Like, he was, after that crazy injury he had with Jeff Neal, he just seemed like he's more hesitant. He doesn't want to go for the kill. He's trying to play that point game. He's more willing to just like cage grind for the whole fight. The RDA fight looked pretty bad. Like, he wasn't really able to outmuscle an older and smaller RDA. RDA is pretty small in welterweight. That fight made me really want to fade him. And against Buckley too, he just doesn't seem like he has the will to fight anymore. I mean, it's understandably after such a bad injury, you just lose some of that. You just kind of feel like you could die, you know? So yeah, I feel like even though he's not really old, but his mindset and everything just going downhill from that. I think he beats Nate Diaz pretty easily, but against Themba, I just really don't see him winning. Themba's got power too. I would lay down more units if this is not a short notice fight for Themba. So yeah, so at this point I'm laying 2 units on Themba at minus 150. That's a super good price tag if you ask me. Okay, our third best bet is Shavkat. I got him in at minus 240 when the line just released. Very happy with the spot I got. It moved up to minus 350 on Bet Online and even as high as minus 400 on the last sites. Yeah, I feel like he's stronger in grappling, stronger with power, better chin. And I feel like he's just a very good stylistic matchup against Ian. Because he really pushes the pace. He really just tries to break the opponent. And I feel like Ian does the best when he's at distance. Very good shot selection, very dynamic, very good at picking his shots. I feel like if he could stay at range, like Ian's like one of the trickier guys to deal with since he has a huge arsenal of strikes. Yeah, but I feel like Shavkat is gonna, similar to what he did to Jeff Neal, just push the pace, stays in his face, and absorb some shots. Even if Ian clips him clean, I feel like he can just absorb the shots and just break him. And if he can take those massive bombs, Jeff Neal, and not get wobbled at all, and still coming forward and breaking him, yeah, too much of a stud for Ian, man. I really feel like he will break him. Yeah, but at this price tag, minus 350, yeah, you could parlay him with Chase Hooper as well. I did 2.5 units on Shavkat at minus 240, but now at a much juicier odds, much shittier odds. You could parlay him with Bryce Mitchell or Chase Hooper, and yeah, it's still a good play. I still see value there. If you parlay with Chase Hooper, it's probably around like minus 230. I still think that that's a really good play. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy the content. I'm showing you guys exactly what I'm putting in my own money and exactly how I'm making really good units every month. I'll also plan to be doing like full card breakdowns in the future and set up a Discord and betting subscription service in the future. Yeah, I'm just giving these out for free. Hope you guys can get on board and also enjoy the juicy gains. Thanks for watching. Remember to give me a like and subscribe. I'll be uploading content weekly. Thank you. Bye bye.